Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in this video I'll be doing my predictions for AEW Full Gear. So first up on the card we have MJF defending the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships with a to-be-decided partner. I think that partner is going to be Samoa Joe. I think he's going to take his offer up on being his partner, so then Samoa Joe will get a world title shot in the future, and they are taking on the Guns, and I feel that's going to be a really competitive match and a good way to start off the show, but I can't see the Guns taking the titles from MJF and, well, Adam Cole, but it'll be Samoa Joe. Just because I feel like they're so hot with the Bullet Club Gold at the minute that having them almost, in some people's eyes, go down to Ring of Honor, I feel like wouldn't be a great move for them, and plus it gives them a reason to be attacking MJF after the match, then helping Jay White kind of towards the main event match. And yeah, I can't see the Guns winning this one, and it makes sense for MJF to hold the titles until Adam Cole comes back, or just before Adam Cole comes back, so he kind of feels like he's let him down or something. But for me, MJF and his partner to be Samoa Joe, kind of as a smaller prediction for this one. Following that, we have Christian Cage, Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne taking on Adam Copeland, Sting and Darby Allin. For me, I'm not sure how this one's going to go. I think it's one of the harder ones to predict. It's also one of the matches, unfortunately, I'm really not that bothered about. I'm a massive fan of Christian Cage. I absolutely love him in the minute. He's probably one of my favourites. But this feud has been pretty meh for me. I've not enjoyed it. I don't like how they've just stuck Adam Copeland and Christian Cage together straight away. And yeah, for me, I'm going to back Christian Cage, Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne to get the win here, just because as a feud, I feel like they might have Christian Cage get the upper hand first, and then if Adam Copeland and Christian Cage do have a singles match, Adam Copeland will get the big babyface win in that one. So I feel like they're going to start off with a heel win and then build up to this face win. Also, they might have Sting lose his second to last match, so then when we get to Revolution in a few months, assuming he's not going to be on World's End, he'll then get his big babyface win. So I feel that's where they're going to go. They'll probably target Darby Allin's multiple injuries at this point and target Sting just because he's old and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a match I'm not interested in. I'm hoping it'll kind of change my mind and be one of the funner matches on the card. These kind of Darby and Sting matches usually do. Yeah, I said, for me, I don't know without repeating myself loads of times, it's just not really that interested in it. But Christian Cage, Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne to get the win here. Following that, we have Chris Statlander defending the TBS Championship against Sky Blue and Julia Hart. For me, I think Julia Hart's going to become the new TBS champion here, and I think it's all going to come down to Julia and Sky Blue. I feel like we didn't get the turn I was expecting with Sky Blue a few weeks ago on Dynamite, but I feel like this is where we get the turn instead. And between Sky Blue turning and both Julia and Sky Blue ganging up on Chris Statlander, Julia Hart will become the new TBS champion. I feel like Chris Statlander's going to go, well, I know there's only been two, but she's going to go down as probably one of the best TBS champions of all time as far as matches goes and defense and stuff like that. I don't know how much as Jay, but I think she defended it more in the time she's had it, probably, or at least it feels like it. I think she defended it like 3 times in 1 week at one point. So, and I don't think it's anything wrong with Statlander losing the title like this. It makes her look strong if she's losing it to 2 women instead of just 1, and it kind of gives the opportunity to go up to the main women's championship as well, the world championship instead, which I feel like definitely needs a shot of adrenaline in a minute. Like, the TBS championship has definitely overtaken the women's world championship as far as prestige at the moment. Hopefully over the coming next few months into next year that'll change, but they both feel important. But at the minute, the TBS championship feels way more prestigious more than the women's championship. And so yeah, I think it's going to be a really good match, completely action packed, but I want Julia Hart to become the new TBS champion here. Following that, we have Big Bill and Ricky Starks defending the World Tag Team Championships against LFI, FTR and the House of Black. For me, I'm kind of going with a biased, but would love it if this happened. which is going for the House of Black to become the new World Tag Team Champions. I feel like if they can have the rule of 4 legal competitors at the same time instead of only having 2, and then the whole match breaking down and the rules not matter in the first place and all that other stuff, that would be a really cool way. And I think the better way to go about this match, as far as keeping it like the triple threat, action packed and all stuff like that, I feel like this is probably going to be one of the more hectic matches of the night. But I feel like hectic favours the House of Black, and they'll probably use that to their advantage. They'll probably use having Buddy on the outside as an advantage as well, but I know the LFI will have people on the outside as well. As a whole, I feel like it's a interesting way to go with the tag titles. I wasn't expecting it to go this way. I was expecting it to just be kind of like FTR and House of Black will have like a separate match as a tag team singles match, and then Ricky and Bill will defend it against LFI in a separate match. But putting all these together would be really cool, and yes, it's one of the matches I'm looking forward to. But I will probably pop massively if the House of Black get the win here. And I am going slightly for more what I want rather than what I think is going to happen. But I feel like this is a really good time to put the championships on the House of Black. They had a great run with the trios titles, and I was expecting the same thing here. And yeah, I just love it if they'd win, to be fair. So I've got the House of Black to become the new tag team champions. Following that, we have the Young Bucks taking on the Golden Jets, or I don't really call them that. It's Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. Now, I feel like this is going to be one of the matches of the night, if not the match of the night. It's what I'm very much looking forward to since it was announced. It has the vibes of Hangman and Kenny against the Bucks, which was probably match of the year for 2021 or 2020. I don't remember what year it was. But either way, it's going to be one of the best matches as far as tag team matches go of the year, probably. And yeah, just what I'm very much looking forward to. The build's been pretty okay. It's very much like, who's going to be friends with the Young Bucks again, which is very repetitive from AEW. But I think it's going to go well. As I said, I think it's going to be one of the better matches of the night. Myself, I think it's going to be one of the harder matches to predict, but I'm going to go with the Bucks just because Hangman and Kenny got the win at Revolution a few years ago. Therefore, I think they're going to have the Bucks win this one as it's non-title. I know their title opportunity is on the line. But also, I'm not the biggest fan of Jericho and Omega tagging together. It only really makes sense in the story of against the Don Callis family. So once that's finished, it kind of does make sense for them to carry on that way. So if the street fight last night on Dynamite is going to be the payoff of the Don Callis family stuff, which I don't think it is, but it might be taking a bit of a hiatus afterwards, because I feel like we have a Jericho, Will Hobbs rematch coming. We've probably got Ibushi and Takeshita going at it at some point, and we'll probably, hopefully, get Omega and Takeshita again, and maybe Omega and Ospreay. So there's still many, many good matches to come from the feud with Don Callis, but as far as tag teams go, I don't feel like they need to do this again for a while. Therefore, it makes sense for the Young Bucks to get the win here. Plus, I've not gone with a lot of heel wins here, and I feel like the heel in this match is going to be the Young Bucks. Therefore, I'm going to go for them to win as well. Following that, we have Hikaru Shida defending the Women's World Championship against Toni Storm. For me, I have Toni Storm to get the win and become the new Women's Champion here. Her character stuff has been absolutely fantastic over the last few weeks and few months. The whole going insane and living like she's in the 60s or 50s, whatever, has been great television. It has been bizarre. It has left me fucking dumbfounded, but it is very entertaining, and it is very sports entertainment, but it works perfectly, and it just makes the most sense to kind of take advantage of this and put the World Championship on Toni Storm. Also, I think they mentioned in an interview that Toni actually doesn't have a win over Shida in one-on-one action, and like Shida's only taken the world title from Toni or has been involved in that. Therefore, it makes sense for Toni to take the title from her this time round. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really good match. I'm a very big fan of Shida. Kind of dropped off liking Toni Storm for a while, especially when she first joined AEW, but this stuff has been absolutely brilliant. It's made me more of a fan again. The whole chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe thing has been fantastic. I found myself laughing at it every week. Therefore, I have Toni for words. Therefore, I have AEW to take advantage of how over Toni Storm is, make her the new Women's World Champion. Next up, we have Hangman Adam Page taking on Swerve Strickland in a Texas Death Match. As a rematch from Wrestle Dream. The match from Wrestle Dream was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. It was probably one of the matches of the night on that card. And I was so excited to see that they were going to carry on this feud and have them go at it again. And this time in probably what is one of my favourite match stipulations in Texas Death. Probably one of my favourite matches of this whole year was Jon Moxley and Hangman Page in a Texas Death Match. And it has a lot to live up to, does this match, because it has to follow that one. And that one was so brutal and fantastic and lovely, and I love it. But yeah, I don't think it's going to quite hit the same edge that match did, just because Moxley is insane and Hangman is just as insane if he wants to be. But I don't know, I haven't seen Swerve in that kind of extreme rules, no rules capacity. Therefore, I'm looking forward to seeing how he copes. I'm expecting it to be very violent just because of the house breaking and some of the stuff that Hangman said about Swerve's wife and kids, or ex-wife and kids. I'm expecting it to become a very personal rivalry, and yeah, it's one I've very much enjoyed. And it's one of the matches I'm definitely looking forward to, and I think will be one of the matches of the night, if not the match of the night, just like the tag match. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it, but I have Hangman Page get the win here, so then hopefully we get a third match between the two of them, which will kind of finish off their feud. And yeah, then hopefully Swerve will go on to kind of almost take Hangman's spot. I feel like Swerve is going to win the feud overall, but this is a good way to get Hangman a win without making Swerve look weak in at the same time. But yeah, one of the matches I'm definitely looking forward to, and Hangman Page get the win here. And finally, in what I assume will be the main event, we have MJF defending the AEW World Championship against Jay White. First, this is the match I was really looking forward to, but I've kind of dropped off it a little bit. I feel like I'm concentrating more on who the Devil is and that kind of storyline than I am the match with Jay White and MJF. Though I'm not doubting it will be a great match. Again, might be one of the matches of the night, but it's not one I'm as confident in saying might be match of the night compared to Hangman and Swerve and Cassidy and Moxley. But I feel like it might be up there, given time, given space, not too much shenanigans from the Bullet Club, Gold, and the Devil and stuff like that. Do I think the Devil's going to reveal themselves? I'm not sure, to be fair. I feel like this is all leading to World's End, and who it's going to be and everything like that. Then it would make sense for them to do the reveal on pay-per-view, like they did at All Out, yeah, when Jeff came out as the Devil. But either way, who do I think the Devil is? I'm going to do a separate video on who I think the Devil is, and who it might, let's say, who it will be revealed to be. I'm thinking of doing that maybe tomorrow. So yes, do look out for that on the channel. I'm kind of heading not a new direction, but something else new for that. I'll explain it in another video. Getting completely sidetracked here, but yes, for me, I've got MJF to retain the World Championship here in what will be one of the better matches of the night. But I was looking forward to when Jay White was going to go into the main event scene. It's just unfortunate that it's come at a time when MJF is on such a roll that I don't feel like Jay White's going to win, just because I feel like they're definitely going to keep the title on it. So those are my predictions for AEW Full Gear 2023. Do put in the comments down below who you think are going to win all the matches, and just any predictions in your opinion. Who do you think the Devil is? Speaking of that, I do have kind of some new ideas for videos. Instead of just all reviews or predictions, I'm going to kind of upload videos where I just talk about stuff going on in wrestling. I have some ideas to talk about who the Devil is. The stuff going on with Drew McIntyre and the Judgment Day, stuff going on with Damage Control on the WWE side of things. And yeah, just like kind of nothing around the screen, it's just me talking at the camera, kind of hitting bullet points and kind of just talking about stuff in general, really. So they should be coming out maybe tomorrow and some more during next week, just to see how they, I'm curious to see how they go, so a bit different on the channel. And yeah, I don't know, I'd say something different, a bit random, and just to see if it works, and we'll carry it on like that. But as well as the usual predictions and reviews, as we've got Full Gear this weekend and Survivor Series next weekend, which I'm very much looking forward to. Full Gear is also my birthday, which is pretty cool as well. So, but yes, any comments down below? Wish me a happy birthday for Full Gear. Just down below, even though you probably won't, but it's fine. I got it. But anyway, yes. Predictions in the comments, feedback, anything like that. And yeah, just anything about the channel will help the algorithm, as they all say, as well as, you know, as they say, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow the Instagram at _wrestling_representative. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah.